What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. So the Formula Athlete archetype is officially here. It has been revealed. Brand new TCG archetype that is going to premiere in Code of the Duelist. And I guess before I get way too comfortable saying Formula Athlete, I would like to point out at the beginning of the video, I cannot confirm that FA stands for Formula Athlete. It could be Fast Athlete. It could be Furious Athlete. It could be, I guess, Photon Athlete. But no, that would be with a P probably. Look, the point is, I'm not sure that FA stands for Formula Athlete. I just think that that makes the most sense and it sounds the coolest, so I'm going to just go with that for the rest of the video. Now, I have looked over this archetype and I have a bunch of takeaways. For starters, well, I guess I don't know if I should use this for starters, but fuck it, we'll go ahead and start there anyways. It looks like the entire archetype is going to be common, so you budget players just go ahead and rejoice, because not seeing any gold printing, not seeing anything that indicates it would be a secret rare. So I mean, it looks like this is going to be a dirt cheap archetype, and I know a lot of people might not like this description, and this is probably a poor one, but the archetype reminds me a lot of Fortune Ladies. I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, dang it, I knew it, F you Konami, I knew you were gonna screw this up and this deck was gonna suck. I'm sorry guys, it is what it is. There's a lot of similarities to Fortune Ladies because this archetype works around level modification. There is a heavy emphasis around adjusting your levels and making them go up. Your monsters gain attack based on that level. In fact, I don't know if you guys can see, but so far all the monsters, which is just 2, so you know, don't use this as the gospel because we only know about 4 cards in the archetype. That's not a huge number to try and, you know, draw a conclusion from, but so far every monster in the archetype has 0 attack, and it's like you gain attack and you get your stats based on your level, and then if you reach a certain threshold you get secondary effects, and your spells they're kind of meant to support that mechanic and help you get to higher levels. So it is very similar to Fortune Ladies because Fortune Ladies work like that, just minus the banishing. Fortune Ladies kind of get their stats based on their levels because a lot of them are like question marks, and then after time, or excuse me, as the duel goes on, standby phases, their levels go up, but these levels go up a lot faster than Fortune Ladies. Keep in mind, Fortune Ladies are from like 5Ds and these guys are from Vrain, so it should be a lot easier to get those levels up. Now, considering that all the monsters right now are win level 4, maybe this archetype could be XC based. I'm not sure. It seems like that would work. They could obviously, when it eventually gets into Japan, maybe a year down the road or something like that, who knows, maybe Konami throws them a couple of links, but there are certain effects that these monsters all share, so I don't think I'm gonna have to read them twice. I think I should be able to go over the monsters fairly quickly. So let's go ahead and break down the Formula Athlete archetype. So the first guy up is Sonic Meister. This is a level 4 wind machine type, and it looks like the entire archetype is going to be just like that, level 4 wind and machine as well. 0 attack, 1000 defense, but the first effect basically answers the whole 0 attack thing, and it's built into every monster. Gains attack equal to its current level times 300. So even though you see that 0 attack in machine, you're thinking machine duplication, it will not work because when this guy hits the field, he will actually be 1200. So you can basically think of all the monsters as a 1200 base. Now each monster gets an additional protection effect, which is actually pretty nice. This guy's effect is cannot be destroyed by battle with an opponent's monster whose original level / rank is lower than this card's level. So if you get this guy to a really high level, he won't be able to be ran over by other high level monsters, or I guess high XC monsters as well, but Link monsters can obviously still wreck him. Each time an FA spell or trap or effect is activated, this is how you gain levels, you can increase this card's level by 1. And I know that seems like, man, Cap, they only gain levels like, you know, 1 at a time. No, don't worry. Once we get to the spells and traps, you'll see how they can get up really quickly. And then they each have a special effect that once they hit level 7, they get that basically empowers them. If this card is level 7 or higher, it can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. I kind of wish Konami had given them 2 effects, like 1 at level 7 and 1 at level 9. When I get to the spells, you'll understand why, but that's a niche effect because when it is level 7, you know, it will be 2100. Being able to attack 2 monsters is it's okay. I mean, it's not great or anything like that, but I mean, I'll take it. The next one is Formula Athlete Hang On Mock. It is basically copy pasted the whole stat line and everything else, except the defense is 1800. Its special effect is it's unaffected by activated effects from an opponent's monster whose original level/rank is lower than this card's. This is a really good effect in my opinion. This actually reminds me of Cleafort cards. In fact, isn't this almost identical to all the Cleafort monsters? I'm pretty sure that it is, or at least it's very similar. Now, if you get this guy up to level 7, that's really good because now your opponent has to pretty much go to like a rank 8 monster to use any effects on it, and that's pretty difficult because not a lot of decks can do that. So, you know, suck it, a deck like Zodiac. This guy, once he hits level 7 or higher, any card your opponent sends to the graveyard is banished instead. This monster seems way better than this one. This dude not only can be unaffected by your opponent's activated effects, or your opponent's activated monster effects, but then he becomes a freaking Dark Law. He becomes that one-sided Macrocosmos that is just so damn annoying. If you're playing a deck like Mermill, you better get the Regekis out or something like that. Otherwise, you might be in for a world of hurt. So I think that Hang On Mach is a lot better than Sonic Meister, but you only got 2 monsters to work with right now, so you might as well run both of them at 3. Then we have the Field Spell, the Circuit Grand Prix, which is I mean, basically it's just UA Stadium. It looks like UA Stadium. It is UA Stadium, and you know, it's a field spell just like UA Stadium. It says increase the levels of all Formula Athlete monsters on the field by 2 during the battle phase only. So if you attack Formula Athlete monsters or your opponent attacks you with them, they're each going to gain 600 attack. So it's not bad, and then they'll obviously become level 6 at least. Once per turn, when an FA monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can draw 1 card. I think that that's probably like one of the best effects. I mean, running over an opponent's monster by battle should happen a lot with this deck, and being able to draw a card each turn is really good. And then it has a replacement effect that's really nice as well. If this face-up card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, you can add 1 FA card from your deck to your hand, except another copy of Circuit Grand Prix. This is a hard once per turn. So that's really good. This card not only pays for itself, and not only gives your FA monsters a stat boost during either player's battle phase, but then if you're lucky enough to run something over in battle, you get to draw a card. So, you know, hey, that's pretty good. Drawing cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is always good. And then finally, we have the quick play card, the FA Downforce. This is really how you get your levels up, because this card turns your FA monsters into a level 7 instantly. Quick play card says target 1 FA monster on the field, increase its level by 2 until the end of the turn. During the main phase, except the turn that this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target an FA monster you control, increase its level by 2 until the end of the turn. Each effect is the hard once per turn. This is a really good card because once you activate this, your FA monsters instantly become level 7, whether you activate the first or the second effect, because keep in mind, your FA monsters are going to gain 2 levels, so they're level 6, and then their effect is going to kick in, and since you activated an FA Speller Trap or an FA Spell Trap effect, they're going to get an additional level. So it's really nice because basically, let's say your opponent attacks you, right? And they think, oh, this dude is only 1200 attack, I'm going to run him over, he's only level 4. You activate that card, he becomes level 7, you get a one-sided Dark Law, his attack jumps up by 900. That's pretty damn good. And then if you have the field spell, I mean, you get to draw an additional card, and then and then during your next turn, you can activate it again from the graveyard, and your dude would jump up 900 again, and that Dark Law banish effect, that one-sided Macrocosmos, would kick in again. So, you know, level modulation, or modification, yeah, that's the word. Modulation is not a word. Level modification seems to be the theme of this archetype, and it'll be interesting to see exactly how it's going to work out. It seems a lot faster than Fortune Ladies, but to be honest, this does kind of seem very similar to Fortune Ladies. This is nothing that blows my expectations away or anything like that. In fact, if I was a betting man, I'd probably say that again, this is going to be probably the lower tier deck of the 2 TCG exclusive archetypes that we assume are going to be released at the same time, because that's kind of how Konami does it. They release 2 TCG exclusive archetypes at once, but we'll just have to see. And I don't know, considering that both monsters are level 4s, I wonder if they'll have, like, will they have XC monsters or will they have boss monsters? Because with like UAs, when they were released, they were all like weird levels, and you know, I don't think like a lot of them were the same level. So maybe these guys will be Exceed based, but then again, there are a lot of TCG exclusive archetypes that have like no extra deck monsters at all. Obviously, Kaijus, I don't think they could have ever really made extra deck monsters for that. Cosmos don't have any, and until just recently, Subterrors and Spirals also, you could put them in that category. So maybe when this gets to Japan, Konami will make them a Link monster. Maybe they'll just have an Exceed monster. I guess the possibilities are endless, just kind of speculating at this point, because again, this archetype doesn't have any more than just 4 cards. So you're gonna pretty much run everything at 3, which I think is really good because this archetype doesn't seem to have any high rarity cards, and maybe Konami will make that a trend. Maybe everything in this deck will just be like common or whatever. That'd actually be kind of refreshing, then not have to drop, you know, $5, $6, $7, $8 on a card that you need to run 3 of. Anyways, whatever you guys think and believe, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching as always, and subscribe if you have not already.